Hey, so here's game 4. 25 and 26 turns. Wow, this game looks miserable. Look at all this silver and gold. So it looks like this game just ended up being a ton of curses and not much else. Looking at the board, I'm not sure I understand why. I guess there's only remodel for trashing. That would go a long way towards explaining it. Swindler, I'm assuming, is where the curses come from. Does Jester give curses sometimes? I don't know. Probably find out soon. Yeah, this board looks miserable. So I'm gonna sort of fast forward through this game. I'd open remodel. I like Swindler less than I should. I think it's correct to open remodel Swindler and just like eat the chance that you hit both of them in one draw, which I think happens like 30% of the time. Just because Swindler hitting and giving a curse to someone is pretty big on this board. 4 hordes and 5 hordes in their decks. It's pretty crazy. I don't think I've ever seen a horde sell out. Okay, so yeah, let's see what happens. We have Swindler Remodel and Swindler Silver. I do think Remodel's better than Silver. You just, like, any estate that you can turn into a real card here is such a big deal, because your deck is not going to... It's not going to be anything special, let's just say that. Silver with 4 again. Yeah, I don't think so. Like, I guess you're just going for big gold. It is only a province board. I think, though, that it just doesn't work that well on this board. We'll see. Jester, I like a Tactician over Jester, although I cannot remember exactly what Jester does. I think it's plus $2 and one of you gets the top card of his deck, or if it's a victory point card, he gets a curse, in which case Jester is pretty sweet. Tactician, on the other hand, is just like totally nutso busted. And on this board, it's even better than usual, I think. Tactician, Merchant Ship, Remodel. These cards work together pretty well. Oh, Throne Room's on this board. So you actually can build a combo deck here. With Tactician, like if you just started building with Tactician, Throne Rooms, and Smithies, I'm like pretty confident that you could get your deck flipping. Just chain a ton of Throne Rooms. Each Smithy draws you 6 cards. And then you can just go crazy with like Jesters. Yeah, okay. I'm suddenly much more excited about this board, but it looks like neither of them went for that, so I have to read through all this game with people not doing exciting things and just buying gold instead. Tactician really is an extremely powerful card. And on this board where you want to cast a bunch, like there's Jester and there's Merchant Ship, which are 2 awesome ways to get money, which do not at all require you to have any cards in hand at the end of the turn. So you can buy 2 Tacticians and just chain them, end each turn with a Tactician in the discard pile, and you'll almost certainly be able to draw 2 Throne Rooms and a Smithy and 10 cards if you're really committing to a large amount of your deck density being those cards. So I think that's just the best deck. Instead, we're going through, getting lots of jesters and swindlers, board, getting a throne room, merchant ship, gold, buying a duchy for a gold, I guess. I don't know, that duchy is really going to hurt your deck this early in the game. Like, when there's a jester, obviously I would love a tactician instead, but neither of these guys appears to want to buy a tactician, so I think jester would be better than a duchy and a gold as well. Throne room is, throne room's pretty solid to have as well with jesters on the board, even ignoring the combo potential with smithy and tactician. I don't know. Probably there are enough curses in the deck that buying a silver is good. Well, you have $4, buy a throne room or something. I don't know. Silver is so bad. It's really, it does not inspire me. I like that we're buying lots of hordes at least. Getting provinces, buying money. RC Cola does seem to be, like, sort of committing to an action strategy. Like, we're getting a few throne rooms. If you want to go for action cards, it doesn't work very well to go in between. Like, you either want a deck that's flipping every turn playing tons of action cards, or you want a deck that is just built for buying power. You're just building a deck which is extremely inconsistent, and not inconsistent in a good way. It's not inconsistent in the sort of way where you get 10 cards one turn and 0 cards the other turn, like you might with a tactician deck, which actually ends up being awesome because your 10 card turn is more than twice as good as a normal turn. You're ending up getting a deck which is inconsistent, like it draws 2 throne rooms and $3 and doesn't do anything, which is not a good type of inconsistency to have. Also, you're just getting so many golds in your deck that, like, your actions are such a low density that it's hard for them to do too much. And even with the low densities of actions, with no ability to chain actions, like with a throne room chain or tactician, you still end up with these draws where you just have a dead card a lot of the time. See, here we go again. All looks pretty miserable, drawing throne rooms without actions. Okay, can I say, this is sort of huge. Game eventually ends in turn 26 with Style winning. Remodel. We have one deck with 10 golds, one deck with 8 golds, and you guys managed to get 5 provinces total between you, and there is 1 remodel in your deck's total. If you have more than like 3 gold in your deck, and you're trying to buy provinces, buy remodels, and then turn golds into provinces. When you have 8 golds, 8 plus golds, remodel is going to be a province a huge amount of the time, so just pick that up and get lots of provinces, That's a thing that's going to show up a ton in late game gold games. Even when not both of you are going for golds, it's even more important. The fact that remodels on the board, or another card like Apprentice, like Salvager, cards that let you either cycle provinces or turn golds into provinces, or turn provinces into provinces again, like remodel, which I guess is just cycling provinces. Anyway, those cards make you able to pick up provinces much faster in the end game and end the game before an action deck can catch up to you in victory points and end the game on piles or something like that. So yeah, I definitely think you should have been picking up remodels there, and I think it's an okay game. Like the Tactician Throne Room Smithy deck is pretty hard to see and go for, and it's also possible that it's not even that good. I just get excited when there's a way to make a deck that's sort of interesting, and this deck doesn't, this board doesn't have anything else. But like once you don't go for that, I think the way you guys played was pretty decent. They're definitely an endgame mistake not going for remodels. Otherwise,